my beloved. The time in the world that we are living in is different and the same as it has always been. We are moving into a time of true transformation and true change. For time is not as we think it is, and now is, as you would think of it, as linear, the moment we have been waiting for. And you, my daughter, you are here at this time with your divine appointment. You are here at this time as you have chosen to be a member of the Council of Joy, to be at a place in the wheel of time that is bringing your true light to the surface. Today is maybe one of those days where the veil is extra thin between time, between space. And yet you, dear daughter, you, dear loved one, are always a portal for joy. You are always an opportunity for the light to come through. Today it's an equinox, an equal day and night. The sun rising, and we think of the sun as masculine. And I want you to re-look at it as your light and claiming your light. I want you to think of this more as the energy of balance, that you are bringing forth your action, your seed, your fertility, your truth. It takes but you. I want you to stop looking outside of you. The lesson, my love, is that it is for you here. Here, the seed is in your heart. The seed is in your belly. The seed is in your mind. Work on your purifications. Purify your body to be a vessel of light. That means cleaning out the things that bring darkness to you. If there's too much clutter and that makes you feel trapped, release it. If there's too much clutter in your mind because of conversations, release that. It's not that maybe every conversation is wrong or bad, but there must be space in your mind for your voice to come through, for my voice to come through. For it's in that still point, it's in that space when the breath is held. Take a moment, hold your breath. And in that stillness is where creation happens. Remember, it is not from a man's womb that a child is born. It is from a woman. It is from her stillness, it is from her darkness that we all emerge. So remember your creative spark. Remember it is your heart that transmutes everything with your compassion. And remember that life as you know it is a miracle. But more importantly, remember that you are the miracle. And I want you to take that in, my beloved, my blessed one. I want you to take into your eyes, into your heart, the understanding that you are a miracle. You are part of the council of joy. If you found your way here, you're in essence of remembering. There's a great awakening upon this world at this time. It has lapped up into the circles of time. There is a moment here, which is fusion, the fusion of the light and the dark on this day and night of balance, where the remembering is the remembering of you and your heart and your mind and your actions and your inactions, the inactions of the still point, the inactions of what do I do to just hold space? Hold space enough for my growth, your growth, the world's growth. There is something very important when you create the heart and mind connection. First, it starts with the heart, where your body creates a field from your heart, a field of love, a field of compassion. You must create the field that comes from your heart around you. And then you live in that field always. No man, no woman can take the field of love away from you. No man, no woman can take your heart away from you. So call it back. And I activate in this moment your heart, your wholeness, your completion. I activate your knowing of your heart's field and how powerful you really are when you live in and from your heart, when you create from your heart, when you create from that field, when you live in the frequency and the vibration of heart space, heart coherence. But the missing piece is then connecting that heart to your powerful mind. You are more than just a body. And of course, love that body. The more love you can give, the more love you can receive, the more love that body understands, the more powerful, more joy you will ever be. However, it is the mind's eye, the imagination that everything comes from. Your light is created from inside of you. Your light comes from your mind. If you were but a molecule, you would just be darkness. But you're a connection and collection of light. And that frequency becomes the frequency of love, the frequency of joy, the frequency of bliss. Rise up, rise up, rise up to your mind from your heart. Place your hand on your heart and your hand on your mind. And remember how powerful you are. Remember what you can create. And remember what you can discreate. You can choose. We have given you free agency, the power of thought. You're here to understand and create in this incarnation, at this time, in this space of time. You are here to create joy and discreate everything else. I'm here to repeat myself. You are here to create joy and discreate everything else. You're a powerful creatrix, my beloved one. Create with your heart and your mind a coherent expression of love, a coherent expression of light, a coherent expression of joy, and discreate the pain and the suffering. For if you focus on your pain, if you focus on your suffering, you will give it fuel. But when you focus on love, when you focus on joy, when you focus on wholeness, this is the field you create. This is the field of the 5, 6D and beyond. This is where free agency meets your reality. It is active rather than passive. The time for inaction is over. But it isn't the action of doing. There's a misunderstanding about the doing. You must do, you must do, you must do. Go within and listen to your heart. Listen to your mind. Hear the voice of creation inside of you. Hear the voice of love for it is your birthright.